Wow, it's a beautiful day, and for most of us, it looks like we have counted well enough. And just to remind you, tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and I'm sure you're all set. Well, Joy FM is organizing the Joy FM Love Experience tomorrow at Labadi Beach Hotel. And we have Kobna, who was earlier on AM show, to tell us what to expect at the event. And of course, we also have bits and pieces of his rehearsal so that you have a feel of what to actually expect on the night. And also, I'm sure you've seen that story really trending, Stoneboy Shatawale Charterhouse. I will bring you updates. I'll be talking to two of my colleagues, IB and KMJ, just to get their take on what they make of what is really going around in the world of entertainment. My name is Doreen Avio, and the show is Let's Talk Showbiz. If you just tuned in, this is Let's Talk Showbiz right here on JoyNews on Multi TV. My name is Doreen Avio, and we are starting with Joy FM's Love Experience. It's happening tomorrow at Labadi Beach Hotel. We've been talking to Becca, we've been talking to Kwabna. You know, yesterday I brought you how Becca, talked about a bit of her husband, so much love. And now we have Kwabna, who is actually telling us what to expect on the night. Plus, we had the opportunity to actually get, glimpse of his rehearsals for tomorrow as well. So, let's hear what Kwabna had to say, and also check out his rehearsals for tomorrow's event.
You write very romantic words. You sing. You're like the icing on our cake.
So,
how romantic are you?
I know I'm very romantic.
Hey.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah?
That I have no doubt.
What's a typical romantic setting for you?
A typical romantic setting?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'd say a wonderful dinner on the beach with some candles and all of that. Yeah.
How often do you get to do that?
Yeah, I get to do that occasionally.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, I get to do some, some little things romantically occasionally. Yeah. Nice. I like that. Yeah.
Oh, so you're not just singing and writing it?
Yes.
You're living it.
I love to love.
Great. Okay, so we're all set because you're headlining with Becca.
Yep.
Joy FM's Valentine's the Love Experience.
Yep.
And it's just tomorrow at the Labadi Beach Hotel. Can you describe the nights?
Describe the night?
Yes. What's the picture? I want people to have something as they're watching us have this conversation.
It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be a very cool, cozy, romantic night. I mean, I'm gonna suit you guys, and my sister Becca is with me, so it's going to be a long night of romantic music. I mean, a lot of interaction with you guys. I mean, it's going to be nice. And hey, you got to bring a partner.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be very romantic. It's going to be very intimate. So yeah. But then the biggest beneficiaries will be the ones who got the 2,000 tickets. Because you have a hotel room. So yeah.
Tell that to Roland, because he got a 700 Ghana cedis, and I've been telling him to upgrade that.
Please,
to 2,000.
Roland, upgrade, because it's going to be wonderful tomorrow night. It will be nice.
Great.
That was Kwabna, and he will be performing alongside Becca tomorrow at the Labadi Beach Hotel. I hope you've got your tickets ready, or you have probably been to the front desk of Joy FM to get more information about what to do tomorrow to be part of this event. I bet you it's going to be a memorable one, so don't miss out on it. And on Monday, I bet you after tomorrow, we'll come and tell you what happened on the night. Now let's move straight to that trending story which everyone seems to be talking about, and I'm talking about the Bruhaha Shatawale Stoneboy VGMA board. So you recall that there was a press conference earlier this year, and the CEO of Charterhouse, Teresa Yuade, made some statements. Now those statements looks like maybe it didn't go down well with Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale, or perhaps they understood it differently. So I want to bring you what Theresa actually said at the press conference, and then we can catch up with my colleagues Ibrahim Benpako and KMJ.
Can we, as George has appealed to you as the media, help us to let the industry rise above these two? Let's rise above these two, and let's let the industry breathe and move on, because other events, Sarkodie won Artist of the Decade. I mean, no one ever even talked about it. No, I mean, and that was a huge accolade. The industry is bigger than these two artists, and that's what I really need you guys to go back with. This industry is bigger than these two artists. Before they came on the scene, the industry was, the scheme was. When it's time for them to move on, the industry will still be there, the scheme will still be there. So it's just one of those things that happen to ruffle your feathers, sorry, and then you shake it off and move on again. And that's what we intend to do. So we are ready to move on. We believe that there's so much more Ghana has to offer. Like someone said, the eyes of the world is on Ghana. Those who want to shine and use opportunities should come along. And let's give them the opportunity. There are a lot of teeming young people who need the opportunity. So let's move on and let's think of the good of our industry. So it will be good for all of us. And let's not allow a few miscreants to make our industry look so terrible. It's not that bad. There's so many good things going out there, so many positive stories. Let's focus on those ones, please. So as this year's event is about to roll, please, we beg you, let's not make it about these two artists. It's okay. Enough of that last year. It's a new year, it's a new dawn. Let's move forward with positivity and talk about the good things about our industry, and let's move forward. Let's start afresh and let's move on.
Right, so now I've been joined by two of my colleagues, that's KMJ and IB, and basically it all has to do with Theresa Ayuade's statement he made about Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale, the fact that she says that they should go beyond Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy. Now it looks like people have read different meanings to that, and Stonebwoy has a different meaning, Shatta Wale has a different meaning, and their fans have different meanings to that. But let me find out from KMJ and IB what they make of what Theresa said. From what Theresa said, what is your understanding? Is it something negative or positive?
It could be negative or positive, depending on who is looking at it. It is positive for the award scheme. It is negative for the artist. That is why they are responding to it. But to me, holistically, this is how I see it. Doreen, let's consider ever since that incident. You know that the V on VGMA is for Vodafone. And I'm sure Vodafone might have given them their KPI, Charterhouse a KPI, things they're supposed to meet, things they're not supposed to meet, things they're supposed to do, and what they are supposed to achieve. I am not sure that incident was part of it. I'm not sure a gun was even supposed to be in the auditorium. So think of all these things, the image, the awareness it has brought, the eyes it has brought to this award scheme, and what it can do to the event organizers. Fast forward, ever since that, every talk on that particular 20th anniversary of the VGMA, it's 20, that means 2 decades. All the talks and the convo has ever revolved around is the incident, not even the merit of the night. Kwame Eugene was crowned High Life King. Sarkodie won Artist of the Decade. We are not talking about it. They are just talking about the incidents. Okay, so we have finished dealing with it. Now there's a launch of the 2020 VGMA, which happens to be the 21st. And this issue comes up again. Imagine the psychological effect it's going to have on the person. So it is only deemed fit for her to have said what she said, that let's move above them, let's move over them. It's not to say Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy are riffraffs, no. I'm sure Ms. Ayawade was looking at, let's stop talking about the issue and see the way forward, because the issue has already happened. There's nothing you can do to avert what happened. There's nothing you can do to change it. The only thing is the way forward, and that is what I believe she was trying to say. Yes, a lot of people might misconstrue her, take her out of context, might not understand it, or might even put their own meanings to it. But can we relate it to what she was saying, where she was saying, and exactly what she was talking about? They were launching the 2020 edition of the VGMAs, the 21st edition of the VGMAs. So can we just move over what has happened previously and let us see the way forward? It might certainly not go down well with the two artists in question here. They might put their own meanings to it, or people might even speak into their ears, or voice out certain things for them to have a different understanding.
So KMJ, first of all, to you, I'm sure you've heard the statement.
Yeah, I've heard. I mean, it's a conversation that has been going on, and I'm sure it's going to go on for a very long time to come, as long as the VGMAs exist. This is a decision that I'm sure is very difficult for the board and even the organizers themselves. I mean, they can't hide from that. These two guys are guys that have contributed immensely to the industry and to award schemes in Ghana. I mean, they have funds that you can't really run away from if you want presence, if you want talkability with events like that. And so it's not surprising that some of these things are coming up. Charterhouse is saying this, the board are waiting to also say what they have to say, the fans are talking, the two artists are involved are also, saying whatever they want to say. So it's expected to come up.
But per the statement, do you see it as negative or positive?
It can be negative or positive depending on where you're looking at it and where you're coming from, the angle you're coming from as a fan or as an artist or as a stakeholder. I think there's nothing to really worry about this, because somebody puts an event together and decides that there's a bit of discipline attached to it, and if you're not able to deal with the disciplinary measures that are actually attached to it, then it means that they also have every reason to decide whatever they want to decide on. And so it's not to say that Stonebwoy and Shatta are not good artists, or they don't deserve to be part of VGMAs, or they've not contributed to VGMAs in the past. We've gotten to a stage where a decision has to be made, and whether it's going to be affecting any brand positively or negatively, they have to take the decision. And so this is not anything anybody should worry about. We've had people being, taking off other award schemes, not even here in Ghana alone, and nobody died. We've seen that happen a lot of times, and it has to do with the ethics of whoever that has put that event or award scheme together. So if you don't really have to be there at a certain point in time, there's no big deal anybody quarreling about it. What I think the artists are supposed to be looking at is supposed to be how they talk to their fans to understand the dynamics of some of these things, because bottom line is the fans who keep getting into the spaces of the organizers and pushing this agenda and all of that. They should let them understand. Stonebwoy had a press conference and he said it. I mean, the fans might be worried about it and all of that, but he thinks as an artist and a professional for that matter, some of these things are bound to happen. If we do something and we have to be put in a certain place to ensure that it serves as a deterrent to the young ones coming, why not? So they should just advise their fans, talk to them, let them understand how some of these things work, and I'm sure everybody will be okay.
Right, so those were my colleagues Ibrahim Bembako and KMJ. We just needed to, try and get an understanding. Meanwhile, Stonebwoy has also tweeted earlier this morning, to still call on Madam Theresa Ayuade to, maybe kind of speak, but we are hoping that we will get a reaction from Charterhouse as time goes on, and then maybe that could calm them down or get an understanding from what Madam Theresa said. Well, on that note, that will be it for Let's Talk Showbiz today's edition. My name is Doreen Avio. Do have a great evening, and remember to log on to myjoyonline.com, the entertainment page, for more of our stories.